Hey everyone, Bruce Morris from the Tabb Group here. Welcome to TabbFORUM's Market Structure Wave. This September, TabbFORUM will be publishing our annual special report on AI solutions in the capital markets. Today, we are very fortunate to have Irene Galperin, Senior Advisor, Financial Services from InterSystems, return to TabbFORUM to discuss this dynamic technology. Hey, Irene, welcome back to TabbFORUM.
Thank you, Bruce. It's always great to be here.
You're welcome. So Irene, last year you discussed a number of trends AI was driving in the capital markets, from document analysis, utilization of unstructured data sets, to virtual assistants. So let's fast forward 1 year. Are you seeing new trends or enhancements to the existing technology, or are you seeing both?
Well, we're seeing both. So existing technologies that you've mentioned, like NLP for document analysis, have been around and continue to be used. But now with Gen AI and LLMs, RAG patterns are really have become a common method for parsing documents to support interactive natural language queries. We're also seeing Gen AI-powered virtual assistants gaining adoption, and that trend is continuing to, the technology really is continuing to mature. But the real shift now is on how firms are operationalizing AI with the goal of getting an ROI on their AI investments. There's also a growing focus on real-time AI agentic systems and AI-driven decision support across trading, risk, and compliance. And of course, across all of these trends, firms are realizing that data quality and governance are prerequisites for success, and yet they continue to be a challenge for many firms.
Thanks for sharing that. So let's talk a little bit about InterSystems. How do you guys support the market vis-a-vis these trends?
So InterSystems enables firms to accelerate AI adoption by solving this data fragmentation challenge. And in fact, we recently published a new survey titled "It's All About the Data," which highlights that a major challenge with improving decision intelligence models is really not the model itself. It's all about feeding that model with accurate real-time data and adding new data sources as and when needed to improve the performance of that model. And despite recent advancements in data management technology like cloud data warehouses, data lakes, and lakehouses, something like 61% of tier one banks say that data architectures are a barrier to improving decision intelligence. And at InterSystems, we take sort of a different approach to data management. Our solutions enable firms to create a smart data fabric that unifies data across silos, across the front, middle, and back office, with minimal data duplication or movement. And how this is different from current data management approaches is that it's real time, it's a harmonized data layer with common governance. And what makes our data fabric approach smart is that we natively support a range of AI capabilities directly on the fabric, such as vector representations. And this gives AI models real-time access to clean, contextualized data, which is essential for accuracy, explainability, and compliance. And we also complement and integrate with leading AI and ML data science platforms, making it easier for firms to deploy models into production.
So how about talking about some specific use cases that you'd like to share with our viewers? And you could talk about anything from portfolio management, front-end business development, regulatory compliance uses. And I was also wondering if you could bring in the agentic model that you had mentioned earlier in your trends discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. Firms are exploring AI and particularly agentic AI in a number of ways. In a real world example, a buy-side firm is using InterSystems as sort of their core data platform for all operational and quantitative needs, including deploying AI. And so by automating previously manual data processing, the firm was able to reallocate its scarce analytics and data resources to high-value projects such as AI, enabling them to deliver competitive advantages and really differentiate the firm from its peers. Of course, on the buy side, that can be difficult to achieve. And so this has been a real boon for the firm. Using the data fabric as a platform for innovation, they've been recently able to launch proprietary AI-enabled client reporting systems that deliver superior customer experience. They've also launched a next generation risk analytics platform that's fed with high quality real-time unified data that comes directly from the fabric. And those innovations continue to evolve, because again, the core premise is once the data is connected on this unified real-time data layer, there's really no limit to the type of capabilities you can enable for your firm, particularly those data-driven capabilities like AI. On the kind of, more Gen AI and agentic AI side, so we're working with a sell-side firm that has built robust in-house AI capabilities, but they're exploring opportunities to bring some of those data operations on-prem to mitigate risk. And of course, InterSystems offers flexible deployment options, enabling firms to either deploy on-prem in the cloud or in a hybrid approach. And in addition to that flexibility, we've designed our solutions to bring processing to the data, helping to eliminate the risks associated with moving data around. So for example, we provide vector search natively in our core data platform as part of our multimodal, multilingual approach. And so you don't need to ship your data around or, ship it elsewhere to get a specialized vector database to run RAG. We've engineered our technology to make it easy to create and store vectors directly on the fabric. And this enables us to truly live up to the philosophy of keeping your data in place and bringing processing to the data instead of shipping it off somewhere else. And in terms of agentic that you've mentioned, we really see a lot of potential, and we'll talk about this, potentially later. We really see a lot of potential for agentic AI to be deployed in the middle and back office to automate repeatable tasks. And really to streamline efficiency and again, deliver on that ROI that firms are now looking for.
Great. So this is my favorite question. It's crystal ball time. What future developments do you see happening in the market 12 to 18 months down the road?
So again, AI agents, as I said, I think AI agents, a lot of firms are looking at that to sort of complete task-specific workflows, and handling things like trade optimization, risk alerts, and compliance triage. Really see that becoming more mainstream. Real-time AI will become the norm, not the exception, especially in trading and risk. Firms will shift away from sort of experimenting with Gen AI and to governing it with strong emphasis on data lineage, explainability, and auditability. And finally, we expect to see data fabrics become foundational to firms' infrastructures, enabling them to quickly adapt as AI evolves. And we're, of course, working closely with our customers on enabling all of these advancements in many ways, especially on using our Gen AI and vector capabilities to build assistants, to build agents that can really boost productivity, insights, and help firms realize ROI on their AI investments.
On the other side, from a regulatory standpoint, will the regulators, either at the federal level or at the state level, have the technology capabilities to absorb all of the AI usage that your clients are going to be using from I guess, a distribution of that data?
Well, as with everything in this industry, sometimes innovation is, farther ahead of regulation. So all of the market participants that we speak to understand that, transparency and traceability and data lineage and governance is core to everything they do. All of the analytics they produce have to be explainable, they have to be auditable. And so they understand that they're taking measures to make sure that they can explain any kind of analytical outputs or results that they derive from AI models. That said, the regulatory landscape is still evolving. There aren't prescriptive regulations. There are AI regulations in general across industry, not specific to financial services. Of course, within financial services, there is also, there are discussions around making sure there's no bias in the data. Therefore, there's no bias in the model. All of those are ongoing, nothing concrete yet. And so when it comes to regulatory compliance, it's really, firms are making sure that they're managing their reputational risk when it comes to AI, particularly Gen AI, which is why many are taking a very sort of prudent approach to rolling out Gen AI enabled capabilities on their client portals or any kind of interactive web features, because they want to make sure that the prompts going in and the outputs coming out are governed, right? There are guardrails around those. So that's really could be a major risk factor. And so firms are really thinking through that and taking measures to make sure that they're not putting their company at risk, particularly kind of headline or reputational risk.
Great. Well, Irene, thanks so much for sharing your time and all your insights with Tabb Forum today. And to all our viewers, keep an eye out for our report. And if you happen to be watching this video after the report's been published, there'll be a big red button at the end of this video to take you to the report. Thanks for stopping by for what was hopefully both an educational and entertaining ride on Tabb Forum's Market Structure Wave. Hey, thanks again, Irene.
Always great to be here. Thank you, Bruce.